What is going on, guys? Sonic and the Bean Show here. Today we're looking at the brand new Good Smile Company Metroid Dread E.M.M.I Figma. Very excited to get this one in hand. I really did enjoy the Samus Figma a whole lot, and this one I've also been enjoying as well. This figure is an absolute unit. The packaging it came with was gigantic, man. I could barely even move it around. The packaging is very nice though. There's no slip cover or anything. It just came in this box. But let's talk about the figure right here, because there is a lot to go over, especially when I get into the articulation. So here's a closer look at the figure, starting off with the head sculpt. I really like the way how they did the eye here. Like, it's like very, like, you know, shiny here. You can see the way how it looks when I turn it, and then seeing like how the light kind of reflects off of it right there. It looks really nice, and even the purple paint around there too. This whole figure just looks insane, man. I want to try to get a close-up here on the torso, because sometimes they'll tend to focus on the eye right there, but just look at the plate armor around the chest right here, man. You can see like these is painted right here, the silver and then the red. Most of it is bare plastic though, but the paint doesn't really look too bad. Even where the head is, as you can see like the pattern going around here with the black right there, and you can see the wires coming from the head too. See that? The silver paint doesn't really look too bad with this. It really looks nice. And then, you know, here's the back right here. You can see we got a peg hole right there for the stand. You can see like the pistons right here. You can also move these plates right here. It kind of feels like they're on a ball peg. Okay, now let's go over the accessories. Not a lot that you get here, but I think it is pretty reasonable. So you actually do get an interchangeable head sculpt. You can actually take this off just like that, as you can see. So you just take it off, and then you get this right here. You get like this spike sort of head sculpt right here, as you can see. Be careful with this, because you know this can you know, poke you really. You get the armor faceplate right here, which is really nice. And the way how you would connect that is you would have to use this, but you would have to take these purple pieces off from there, because they give you these extras right here. You actually would have to slide this in as so. So if you just slide that in like that, that's how you would be able to connect this like that, as so. You know, when you connect this on there. So yeah, that's pretty cool right there. I like that they give you something like that, and you know, it is just a solid plastic piece. You can't really, like, you know, articulate with it or anything like that. It's just a one solid plastic right there. And then the last accessory you get here is just the stand right here. It's a pretty interesting stand, actually. I've never really seen Figma do a type of stand like this, which is cool. And then along with like the support arm that it comes with, and the hinge on it is actually really good, as you can see. Get a lot of nice range with this, and yeah, that's how the stand is. But yeah, that's pretty much all the accessories. You know, that's all you get right there. Alright, now let's go over the articulation. So for the head, we actually do get some ball pegs going on up here. There's one where, well I just took off the head right there, but there is one with the head, and then there's one with this shell right here. So you got this piece and then where the head is. But what you can do is you can actually extend this right here. If I can try to see if I can try to, all right, there you go. So you can see how I just extended it right there, and that's going to help a little bit there for the movement. So if I peg this back into the head, now you actually get some movement going on there. Mine is actually pretty loose though. I feel like it's just a little bit too loose. It's not as loose to where it would like drop down, but it does feel a little bit loose. But you can see how like the movement is a lot better right here, and then you have your movement where this shell is right there, so you get some movement out of that, and that's going to help a little bit for E.M.M.I to look up just a bit, and then just look down just about there. Not so much look down, it looks up a lot better. For the shoulders, I actually gotta zoom out for this one. So for the shoulders, you can actually move the arms all the way around. As you can see, I forgot that you can actually move these shoulder pads here, as you can see. And the arm, it does get a hinge, which only goes just high about here due to the shoulder pad being in the way. But the arms actually extend, so you can see how I kind of just unfolded this right here, because the arms unfold just like that. And then you also have one here with the arm just like that. So look how long the arms can go. And then for the wrist, check this out, you can extend that. So now the arms is just way out like this. Like, that's just wild. So you have that going on with the arms, and then you have a, it's so weird trying to hold this figure like this, but for the wrist, you can actually rotate it, and then you have these claws right here that you can fold out, which are actually on a ball hinge. So I'm just kind of doing, you know, that right there. So look at that. And of course, you know, you have your swivel. I don't know if I mentioned that, but there is a bicep swivel there. And then you have the claws. So look at that, and you can rotate them. It's pretty cool. I really like the way how they did the arms right here, so that's cool. The torso is pretty cool too. So you have like these silver pistons going with the torso, and even when you actually move, which I actually want to show off here a little bit, but even when you move it, so say I move to the side, like look at that, and then, you know, that will tend to happen even when if I go back, you see how it's like that, and then forward, as you can see. Oops. The hand is hitting the camera. But they're kind of cool, and you can rotate it too, because, you know, there is like some ball pegs going on here, like there's one there and one like here. So yeah, you got that going on there, and you can also extend this a little bit too. Like, so like you can like extend a lot of things to get E.M.M.I to go even like taller really. And these pistons, even if these are like annoying, you know, if they're like in the way, you can like take them out, because there is like something up here, which is like hard to see because it's like really dark in there, but you can like take these out if you really want to. And you know, you can do that if you really want. And you see, I just got one that just popped off, but you can move the hips, you know, all the way around. Of course you can also well, I'm trying to, there you go. Yeah, I was trying to put the leg out like that, as so you have that. Then you have like your thigh swivel right there, and you do have knee joints, so you can actually bend at the knees. You can see the pistons right there, which you can extend, and that actually looks really cool right there. So that's nice. And then you have a hinge right here, and you can also extend this. So look at that. So that's really cool right there. And for the ankles, not a lot. You can see there is a hinge, so you get that to go far back about there, you know, far forward about there. And then you can also just rotate this, and that's probably going to help for like an ankle rocker. But you can't really move these though. These don't have any articulation at all. So yeah, that's pretty much the articulation for E.M.M.I. I believe that was everything. Hopefully I got everything, because I was messing with this figure and there were so many like articulation or like joints that I was just discovering, because I'm like, wow, I didn't know you can do this as well. So I'd say definitely go for it. I think it's pretty cool, and it looks really nice next to the Samus Figma as well. Now, there is one more thing that I do want to show off, and it took me a while to understand what the instructions was telling me, but there is actually a cool thing that you can do here with the E.M.M.I, which is something that it actually like does in the game, which is really cool. So what you have to do is, if you take the legs apart, right? So I'm going to take the legs apart, you turn this around, and then you're going to put this leg on the opposite side, take this one here, right? And what you do is you're going to bend the legs like this, as so, put the head down like that, and then you kind of have it in a stance like that, and that looks really, really cool. And now I'm actually going to switch the or like pop the head off right here, and you know, get the other one. Yeah, that looks nice. I don't know if this is like the best sort of like, sort of crawling stance, but this thing looks insane, man. Look at that. Like, that is just so cool. Now here's a comparison next to the Figma Samus figure right here, and you can see like this thing just completely towers over the Samus Figma right here, and they did a really good job capturing like how tall this thing really is next to Samus. And I tried to put it in the most like neutral sort of stance I could, just to measure it correctly, and it's like almost 10.5 inches, man. Like, it's a really large figure. And the thing that's crazy about this thing is that you can make this thing short and tall, really, because remember, you can like extend the legs and like the arms, really, like, and you can still put the oops, I just popped the head up a little bit. I meant to I meant to actually do this to see how I can put the head down like that, but then you can still put it up like so. Even if I like extended it like this, see, like now it just looks crazy, man. And then you can still shorten it by doing something like this if you really want to. So now now look at it, you know what I mean? Like it's just wild, man. It's a crazy figure. But yeah, like, it's just crazy how they did something so like well done with this figure, man. Like, it's really, really good. Here's another comparison for E.M.M.I, but here is the Hasbro Marvel Legends Cable figure, and then the Jada Toys Mega Man figure. Alright, so that is going to wrap it up here on the Good Smile Company Metroid Dread Figma E.M.M.I. This is a really cool figure. I was not expecting that leg trick that you had to do to get it into a crawling position. I thought that was a pretty neat idea that they did here. The only issue I have is that the ball peg for the head is pretty loose on mine. Luckily, it's not too loose. Like, I am able to still put the head up without it falling back down. And all the other joints on this figure seem pretty good too. They can still move freely on their own. So that's nice right there. Overall, I really do like this Figma. They did a fantastic job on Samus and E.M.M.I. I still do like the Samus a whole lot more, but the interchangeable heads for E.M.M.I are outstanding, and I love the sculpt as well. So if you want to know where I got mine, I bought this straight from Hobby Genki. I think Big Bad Toy Store just got theirs in stock too, but I can't confirm if it's still available as of right now. But let me know, what are your thoughts on this in the comments down below. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until then, take care, my friends.